going on there, guys? We back with another one, and the think pieces are coming out, man. Some people, it's kind of divided from what I'm seeing about this fit with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. But one thing for sure is these guys are going to be playing together, and it's been reported that Kyrie is going to arrive in Dallas, for his physical on Monday, and so if everything checks out, we'll see Kyrie early next week with the Mavericks, getting some reps in, and that's gonna be dope, man. But Skip Bayless, he's finally responded to this, and this is what he had to say. At first glance, the Mavs stole Kyrie from the Nets for Dinwiddie, Finney Smith, 29 first rounder, couple second rounders. But how soon will Kyrie be unhappy? He's going from the most efficient scorer, KD, to the most ball dominant, Luka. Kyrie causes more problems for his team than opponents. Kyrie would be on his best behavior if he ever played with LeBron again. LeBron would have the best shot at keeping Kyrie focused on basketball. Luka has little to no shot. If he and Kyrie doesn't work, maybe the Mavs let Kyrie hit free agency.
When he got the news looking at his phone, and then he went and started to discuss it with members of the Mavericks organization on their bench.
So a couple of things, guys. This has been a common thing I've been seeing with the Kyrie Irving trade. A lot of people feel like, how long before something happens in Dallas? Kyrie has shown this with his last few teams. He wanted out of Cleveland. He wanted out of Boston. Now he wanted out of Brooklyn. They're looking at him like, he plays, it's always somebody else's fault. Something's going on around me, and I need a change of scenery. And they thinking this is going to be the next thing. So I think that's a fair assertion, especially after everything we've seen, the evidence we have. It seems like Brooklyn's, though, was a little different. Him and KD went there. Granted, there was never any leadership on that team, I don't feel like. And I thought when they hired Nash in the beginning, it was set up to fail. And then they forced James Harden to come over. I mean, I feel like the Nets could have kept like Jared Allen and them, and they didn't have to move Spencer Dinwiddie and those guys. But eventually, they were saving money and waiting for James Harden to come over, which I don't think that was ever a good idea, because you saw he was out of there on the first thing smoking, first chance he got, So now what I will say is Skip has some decent points here. LeBron had a chance of keeping Kyrie straight, and we say that why? Because we have evidence of them reaching the mountaintop with together with each other as the 1-2 punch. Now Kyrie, he wanted to leave LeBron too, so let's not forget the other part of that at the end. But he was a younger player. But I feel like LeBron was there in critical moments, when LeBron went to Miami and, he came back. Who was their young budding star player? Kyrie Irving. LeBron came there, steered that ship right, and he became the leader of that team. Kyrie was able to settle into his role as an elite scorer, playmaker, and make plays out there on the court. And LeBron was the guy, you know what I'm saying? And then that they fell apart, but shortly after, Kyrie was giving LeBron his props when he was trying to mentor Tatum and Brown. And it's just never worked for him as like the main leader. I mean, his basketball skills is up at a peak level, but him being the top guy and the leader on the team hasn't worked. Now, what I'm gonna question, though, as talented as Luka Doncic is, his leadership skills will be called into question now, I believe. And it's not because he can't lead, it's just something we're going to be watching extra close from this point forward. You have your sidekick in Kyrie Irving now. I mean, it gets no more legit, especially on the offensive end, than having Kyrie Irving as your 1B option. I ain't even call him a second option. Your 1B option, especially on offense. Kyrie don't have to take a clear back seat to anybody on the offensive end of the court. But what will Luka allow him to do? That's my thing. Will Luka will Luka take his conditioning more seriously going forward? Because I feel like the attention Kyrie can draw, Luka can get some easier baskets than dribbling down the court all the time, having the ball in his hand, having to make every play, having to passing it to players to shoot to elevate your assist numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he can get, you know, if he's in shape, he could get something off a backdoor cut. Like, when is the last time you seen Luka get two off a backdoor cut? Like, he doesn't, everything is loud buckets, and he needs to get some more quiet ones, I feel like. And I think with the spacing and Kyrie being on the floor, you should be able to get that. You know, especially if Bullock and those guys can knock shots down. I like what this team did. They went out and they made something happen. When you stay stagnated and you don't try the unknown, and your team has a ceiling, then you don't progress forward. But at least what the Mavs did, they went out and give themselves a chance. And you can see how excited that Mark Cuban was that a move was made. So they've acquired Kyrie Irving, guys. He will be there for his physical very early tomorrow, and they trying to get him on the court as soon as possible, you know. And he's supposed to be a starter for the East. How does that work? Now, I guess he'll stay a starter for the East. I can't remember. I mean, when's the last time this happened where they got traded so close to the All-Star game like this? And they were like a starter in the game. That's crazy. But yeah, well, they pick teams anyway now. That's right. They pick teams, so it don't even matter. But yeah, man, I can't wait to see. I want to know what you guys think about this, though, in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.